Hi, welcome to a Business Central introduction. My name is Heather Monero. I'm an implementation consultant here at Interdyne Artists, and I'll be walking you through this introduction today. So what will we be doing in our time today? I'm going to cover some of the basic navigation for Business Central. We'll go through a transaction example. We'll see a sample report, and because I love how easy it is, I will show you how to do a customization as well. So let's jump right into our demo. You'll notice I've opened a browser. Now I've gone incognito because I've got several accounts I log into, and I want to make sure I log into my correct account. So I'm going to go to portal.office.com. I'm going to go ahead and log into my demo account. And I'll stay signed in. So why did I go all the way back to the login? I want to show you that when you log into your Office 365 account on your portal, now not only will you see your Outlook, your OneDrive, Word, Excel, but you'll notice I also see my Dynamics 365, my Business Central. So right from my portal, I can click to log in. Now I've got several options again since I'm logged into a demo account, but I'm going to go ahead and click on my Business Central option. So I'm logged in, and what do I see? I have quite a full screen. That's because right now I'm logged in as the role of business manager. So as the business manager, I have quite a lot I need to keep track of. So let's go and see what the business manager sees and has access to. First of all, you'll notice I not only have lots of actions I can do from here, so I can go ahead and create a sales order or a purchase order, but obviously I need to see financials as well. So I see my balance sheet, my income statement, so one-click access right from my home page. What else do I have? You'll notice I have color highlighting to show me in red things I need to be concerned about. Look at, I've got overdue purchase invoice amounts totaling over $51,000. But then I see my payments have average collection days of 0, so I'm doing quite well there. The other thing I love, especially as I'm getting started, is product videos and getting started videos. So when I provide a new user with their login, I can request or ask them to start with the getting started videos and then help them out getting them trained in their role. And as I continue scrolling down, I see Insights and Business Assistance, and I can go ahead and scroll through several charts. And you'll see I see top 5 customers by sales value, and I can go ahead and drill deeper in to see what makes up those sales for Alpine Ski House. I see my favorite accounts. Oh, but what else do I love? I love that I can see my trial balance right from here. And then I've got my different report inboxes. So I can drill right into my trial balance, and I can go ahead and click on Edit in Excel, because as a Microsoft product, there's integrations throughout. Now you'll notice when I first log in, it's going to ask that I log in to my information, so I need to enable. And now I see my date, all of my data, and I can simply insert a slicer, do a pivot table, all of the things you're familiar with in Excel, available by opening a report from Business Central right into Excel. I'll exit out of my report and go back to my home page. So we've taken a look at what I get with my role, Now, your other users will more than likely be set up with other roles. So let's take a look at what other roles are available. So I'm logged in, like I said, as the business manager. You can have customer service roles, sales order roles, project manager roles, and you can create your own roles. So let's start in on navigation. So as I said, I could create a sales order just by clicking on the sales order action here. Open the sales order window. Now, if there's something that I need to do that doesn't show up here in my action area, perhaps I want to go look at my budgets. Under finance, I can click on budgets. Now, finally, if I don't see it in the actions and I didn't want to go through and click on the different options and see where it's located, I can also do a search. So I want to go to dimensions right now. Now I will tell you, I had an ulterior motive for bringing us to dimensions here. So let's take a look at these dimensions. I've got business unit, customer group, department, grant, site, and tractor. Now those sound an awful lot like my segments in my chart of accounts. Let's look into that. So let's go to my chart of accounts. Now indeed you'll see my chart of accounts. The numbers display what I would expect my natural or my main segment to be. My checking account, my 10-100, savings 10-200, accounts payable 20-100, but I don't see those additional segments. Indeed, your dimensions work similar to your segments, but what you get with your dimensions is you don't have to create all those 000 accounts for the accounts where you aren't tracking that specific segment. So for example, your balance sheet accounts, you might not be tracking the individual business units or departments, things like that. The other added benefit, when I add a new business unit or a new department, I simply need to add the one dimension instead of adding all of those accounts on my P&L accounts to start tracking that department or that business unit. Now, if this seems a little scary or a little bit different than what you're used to, let's take this opportunity to take a look at the online help for Business Central. You'll notice online help is available completely online. So I brought up the article Working with Dimensions, which I love to cover with new customers so they get kind of an understanding of what dimensions mean. So, wanted to cover dimensions briefly in this introduction. You'll definitely want to take a look if you start looking at Business Central at both dimensions and posting groups. So let's go back to my chart of accounts. I have a few other things I want to show here. So I see my chart of accounts. You'll notice I do have blank or roll-up type accounts, as you might call them in other softwares. So I see my chart of accounts is almost set up exactly like my balance sheet. The other thing I love here, notice I bring up my chart of accounts and it's almost like I've got my trial balance brought up as well. I see my balances, my net change, and all of the information right here from the chart of accounts. Not only do I see it, but I can drill back on it as well. So I see everything that makes up that balance. And again, click that Edit in Excel button, and I can bring it up, slice, dice, pivot table, pivot chart that, and boy, have I got a lot to work with there. And again, enable my editing. It's using my login to connect to my data. And again, now I can go ahead and insert my slicer, my pivot table, and work with that data right in my familiar application of Excel. And you'll see throughout Business Central, these blue items that I can click on called flow fields. I absolutely love them myself. So we looked at our chart of accounts and our dimensions. Now let's jump in and look at an actual document. So I'm going to go ahead and create a sales order. Now, I pick up the phone. Hello, this is research. And I didn't catch the first word. Now I can't remember which research groups we work with. So I start typing research. Oh, that's right. This is Trey Research I'm on the phone with. So not only do I have the ability to type a customer number or customer name, but it does a full search within. So if I type research, Trey Research pulls up. Another great function that I love of Business Central. So Trey Research is calling, and they love our Mexico swivel chairs. Now, Trey Research is located closest to our West warehouse, so that's usually where we try to ship from for them, so it gets there as quickly as possible. And they'd like 10 of those black chairs. So as soon as I tab past my quantity, you'll notice I get a warning up here. I don't have enough quantity of this chair, so let's go ahead and look at the details. Only 6 available at the West warehouse, so I've got a shortage. And all locations, I don't have any at any other location. So I'm still on the phone with Trey Research, and I say, you know, we're out of the black chairs. So if you need them right away, I can order some, but it's going to take a bit longer than we can usually get your orders to you. So let's take a look, and I say, you know what? I do have a substitution for that. I have the red chair. Would you like me to check quantities on the red chair for you? Now it tells me reservations aren't possible, so I might have some quantity issues on the red chair as well. And indeed it says at this location my quantity is low. But when I pull up my details, I see there's quantities in other locations. And at my main warehouse, I've got 80 available. So I let Trey Research know. I say, you know what? At our main warehouse, I've got plenty of the red available. Are you interested in the red instead? They indicate color isn't important to them, so they will go with the red. And as I type through in the red swivel chair, the 1980, I look over to the right and I notice some sales price information. Let's take a look. I see that the red chair is actually on sale. If you purchase a minimum of 15, your unit price goes down nearly 50% from $190.10 to $100 per unit. Are you interested in ordering more? Now, Trey Research lets me know, well, certainly, in fact, at that price, we'll order 20. So I get 20 chairs for $2,000 versus the 10 chairs for $1,980.10. Sounds like a great deal. So I can go ahead and release that document, start creating putaways, things like that. But for right now, I'm simply going to close out of the document for now. But actually, before I do that, let's say that that price discount was based on the ship date. So that wasn't valid, well, we're working into the future now, unless they shipped after December 1st of 2020. So you'll notice I scrolled all the way over to the ship date, and I can't see the item number anymore. That's not helpful. So I do this all the time myself. I go to Personalize, click in the line area, and just like I do with Excel, I set my freeze pane and then click Done. So now when I scroll, I see my item number and my description as I'm working through my sales line items. Tells me the document hasn't been posted, but that's okay. I'll just save it. I exit out and I'm back to my home page where I can continue working in Business Central. So in our brief time today, we went over some basic navigation for Business Central. We went over an example of a sales order. We took a look at the trial balance report and saw how we can export it to Excel to slice and dice and work with it the way we want to. And finally, while we were working in our sales orders, I gave you an example of how I customize Business Central, freezing my pane so that as I scroll left to right, I can always see my item number. We hope you enjoyed that brief demo of Business Central today. If you're interested in seeing more, we'd love for you to contact us. Our website is interdyneartist.com. Our main line is 704-846-6750. And to get the best information on sales and demos, go ahead and email sales2@interdyneartist.com. We are located in Charlotte, North Carolina at 8100 Tower Point Drive. Again, we hope you enjoyed our Business Central demo, and we look forward to showing you more features of Business Central down the road. Thank you. Bye-bye.